Here are Irene Cara's best songs of all time. Flashdance, What a Feeling. Flashdance, What a Feeling is a song from the 1983 film Flashdance with music by Giorgio Moroder and lyrics by Keith Forsey, and song's performer Irene Cara. Moroder had been asked to score the film, and Cara and Forsey wrote most of the lyrics after they were shown the last scene from it, in which the main character dances at an audition for a group of judges. They felt that the dancer's ambition to succeed could act as a metaphor for achieving any dream a person has, and wrote lyrics that described what it feels like when music inspires someone to dance. The song wound up being used for the scene they watched, as well as during the opening credits as the main character is shown working as a welder. Their collaboration was the first single to be released from the soundtrack album and received positive reviews. Because Flashdance was going to be released in mid-April of that year, Casablanca Records made the single available in March as a way of marketing the film to the target audience. The unexpected success at the box office resulted in stores across the US selling out both of the single and its parent album just days after Flashdance was in theaters. The song spent 6 weeks at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and topped the charts around the world. It was awarded gold certification by the Recording Industry Association of America for sales of 1 million copies and won the Academy Award and Golden Globe for Best Original Song, and earned Cara the Grammy Award for Best Female Pop Vocal Performance. The success of the song made it clear to Cara that she was not receiving royalties that were stipulated in her recording contract, and she took legal action against her label in order to be compensated. The backlash that she claimed she suffered in retaliation for filing a lawsuit left her feeling shut out of the entertainment industry as she struggled to find work. Although she began receiving royalties for the recordings she made for them, the label and its owner declared bankruptcy and claimed that they were unable to pay her the $1.5 million settlement she was awarded by a Los Angeles Superior Court. Fame. Fame is a song written by Michael Gore and Dean Pitchford and released in 1980 that achieved chart success as the theme song to the Fame film and TV series. The song was performed by Irene Cara, who played the role of Coco Hernandez in the original film. It was also her debut single as a recording artist. The song won the Academy Award for Best Original Song in 1980 and the Golden Globe Award the same year. In 2004, it finished at number 51 on AFI's 100 Years 100 Songs survey of top tunes in American cinema. Downtown. The Me Nobody Knows is a musical with music by Gary William Friedman and lyrics by Will Holt. It debuted off-Broadway in 1970 and then transferred to Broadway, making it one of the earliest rock musicals to play on Broadway and the first Broadway hit to give voice to the sentiments of inner-city American youth. It received the Obie Award and the Drama Desk Award for Best New Musical and 5 Tony Award nominations, including Best Musical. You Were Made for Me. You Were Made for Me is a song written by Eddie Brown and the song's performer Irene Cara. It was the 4th and final single that originated on her 1983 LP, What a Feeling, and the only ballad included on it. While Giorgio Moroder had written the music for most of the songs on the album, Cara was credited as the composer on You Were Made for Me, whereas the previous singles, Why Me?, The Dream, and Breakdance spawned dance remixes and did well on the pop and R&B charts. You Were Made for Me had its biggest success on the adult contemporary charts in the US and Canada. It was also her last chart hit in the US. The Dream, Hold On to Your Dream. The Dream, Hold On to Your Dream is a song written by Giorgio Moroder, Pete Bellotte, and the song's performer Irene Cara for the 1983 film DC Cab. Although not included on initial pressings of Cara's What a Feeling LP, the decision to release the film 4 months earlier than originally stated prompted an arrangement for her album to be reissued with the song. A slightly different version, more noticeable in the intro, was also included on the film's soundtrack album. An edited version was released on the 7-inch single, and the 12-inch single included a much longer dance remix. Critics compare the song with her most recent soundtrack contribution, Flashdance, What a Feeling, but Cara was credited with presenting a different vocal side in the new track, in which she sang about the difficulties encountered before reaching her goal and the fact that she stayed committed to her belief in what she wanted to achieve. The Dream reached number 37 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1984. The music video was broadcast on MTV and interspersed clips from the film with scenes of Cara performing the song in various London locales. Why Me? Why Me is a song written by Giorgio Moroder, Keith Forsey, and the song's performer, Irene Cara, that was the first official single to be released from Cara's 1983 album, What a Feeling, making it the follow-up to the songwriting trio's previous project for Cara, Flashdance, What a Feeling. This new collaboration, however, was described as having more of a hard rock edge and had lyrics that conveyed the difficulties in a relationship. Although Moroder was criticized for having borrowed from his older material, Cara received praise for her performance. The song reached the top 20 on the pop charts in the US and was even more successful in Australia and a few European countries, where it peaked in the top 10. Cara plays a woman given two happy endings in the music video for the song. She goes from audition to audition in New York and finally makes a name for herself, while at the same time leaving a controlling romantic partner and finding a new love interest. Although the song was released in October 1983, the music video did not debut on MTV until December of that year. Out Here on My Own. Out Here on My Own is a ballad from the 1980 musical film Fame, performed by Irene Cara. It was written by sibling songwriting duo Leslie Gore, lyricist, and Michael Gore, composer. The recording was produced by Michael Gore. Cara performed the song at the 1981 Academy Awards, where it was nominated for Best Original Song. The song was released on the Fame soundtrack, which also contains an instrumental version of the track. Breakdance. Breakdance is a song written by Giorgio Moroder, Bunny Hull, and the song's performer Irene Cara. Moroder's obsession with the dance hit Rocket by Herbie Hancock fueled his composition of the music, and Cara was inspired by the street performance she saw growing up in the South Bronx to write lyrics about what was then called breakdancing. Released in March 1984, it was the third single that originated on her What a Feeling LP and her first to make the top 10 in the US since the album's title track went to number 1 almost a year earlier. Breakdance also charted in several other countries and had a dance remix that was also well received. Certain Fury. Certain Fury is a 1985 American action drama film directed by Stephen Gyllenhaal and starring Tatum O'Neal and Irene Cara. Caged in Paradiso. Caged in Paradiso, alternate title Maximum Security, is a 1989 American action film starring Irene Cara, Peter Kawanko, Paula Bond, and directed by Mike Snyder. It was filmed on St. Thomas in the United States Virgin Islands. Get Happy. Get Happy, lyrics by Irene Cara from the City Heat original motion picture soundtrack album. The American singer and actress was best known for her title track in the 1980 film Fame, as well as co-writing and singing the smash hit Flashdance, What a Feeling, for which she won an Oscar and a Grammy. She later starred in films opposite Clint Eastwood and Tatum O'Neal. Cara's publicist, who announced her death, said she died at home in Florida, but the cause is currently unknown.